Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the session. Today is Wednesday. All right. It is the 2nd of April 2025. 11:03 in this clock, which means about 11:20 in the close to noon time. The location is 560077. We start with taking Shirdi Sai Baba's blessings. We then remember Gaumata, who is on the other side. Shivji, Vishnu, Shani, Hanumanji, very important. Okay, so anyway, today we've had a late start, which is okay. We have not been that well, but it's okay. But I'm feeling much better now. Okay, a zillion times better. Now, we will ask the pendulum, because I have not done any check outside if you think Katrina was cloned to be me, you got the information wrong. I am Jaya.ADVANI, who grew up at Fojaswell. My reading says lots of suparis were given on my back. Also, somebody was fooled into believing that I've exited in New Zealand. There was some kind of a swapping that happened. It was not done on purpose, it was a mistake. But I am still alive, and since I am still alive and I am Jaya.ADVANI, I am no Reddy. I am Jaya.ADVANI. Jaya Kani Kanhalal Hukumat Rai Advani. Varsha.ADVANI is my sister. She's also alive apparently, but somewhere abroad. And वो Katrina नहीं बनती है. She doesn't have the height for it. She doesn't have the body for it. She doesn't have the gait for it. She doesn't have anything. Katrina, when I have said Katrina can be given, she and her Isabella, in case they face a problem, they can be given shelter over here. My pendulum said no, it was swinging wildly. तो maybe that's the source of the problem. Katrina के लिए हमको मिला था कि उसका राम जो है SRK है, क्योंकि just the way Blacklist explains everything to you end to end. Don't waste your time at my home. Just get your people to take the problems quickly and take the solution for it also, because they may just drag it off. So before they do that, you record whatever you can for your own reference to context. Also, if Kira has gone to Trump Tower and Trump to be Trump along with Elon, then you can be assured that they may have gone there simply to clamp on the CIA telling you how this is done, because they know a way of doing the forensics, of figuring out who are originals, who are duplicates, and that becomes a big headache for who? The one who wants to confuse everything so that on the back of it he wins or she wins. कीड़ा उसी का दोस्त है. वो किरण अंकल का एक रेप्लिका है, लेकिन वो किरण अंकल नहीं है. और अनीता जो है वो मेरी माँ अनीता नहीं है. शी इज़ अ रेप्लिका. और फर्नांडिस हो सकती है, कोई भी हो सकती है. Go to Blacklist, do the reference to context. There is something else where there's a man called Holt. With him is a lady. She's looking like Audrey Hepburn, or she could be like something. But in that there is Farhan Akhtar and Shah Rukh's look-alike in one of those episodes. It's pretty small. What is the name of it? I think it's Mindhunter. Go check it out. Dawn was done by Dawn 1, Dawn 2 was done in a combination of SRK with Farhan Akhtar only. So there are plenty of proxies for plenty of people. It goes very much sacrosanct with what Ankur Patodia had said when I was on a holiday or after I had finished QUTK studies and come back to India. He said for 1 face 6 replicas can be done. He was talking about Madhuri Dixit and how unattainable she is. And so what is done to ensure that the industrialist also is happy and she doesn't know anything. That was as early as 1996. So we're 30 years down the line. One thing, decent families don't indulge in all this shit. It's only the replicas. And when the replicas do what they do, the manner in which they do it, they don't care about the family. They're there to destroy. If that is not a ground rule that you follow, and you see a timeline from beginning to end and say, okay, this family used to function like this, but then when did the changes happen? You come to know replicas have entered. I am not a replica. I am somebody who's still here. No, I don't know. I say Shirdi Sai Baba looks after everything. So I am even today too happy to go into the afterlife. I have nothing actually heavy on my chest. So it's okay. I'm okay this way also. We're still alive. I'm okay this way also. I'm okay that way also. It is my pendulum that is saying no. I have to hang around over here next 15 to 20 years still. I say okay. In my horoscope, actually it says that I'm supposed to exit in my middle age before I actually in and around 52. Between 48 or 46 and 51, 52. That's what it's supposed to be. So I say, in case that's not happening, then it is Shirdi Sai Baba who's decided he doesn't want me to leave. Maybe he's adding whatever needs to be completed in this body birth only, and he expedites my exit to whichever afterlife it is, so I can settle there for a longer time, and hopefully it's an okay place. We're still alive without the body, it's fine. I have no qualms. This way or that way, I'm okay. Yes, the word Isha Upanishad is only one thing. What does it mean? Do not take possessions belonging to others. Don't be envious of others. Don't deride others for no rhyme of reason. Be content with one's own lot. What does Yudhishthira teach you? Do not lie, not even being clever, thinking you will get away with it. What does Krishna teach you? You come alone, you go alone. If Vishnu is not above the law of karma, then who the hell are you? Also, if you are being taught that you come alone and you go alone, then you're this massive greed for what? Acquisition at the cost of what? Where is your business sense? Okay, so let's just see if you are able to see the pendulum. Okay, I think you can see it. So, are you with me as of now? Today we had a nice outburst. Did that outburst go against me? In the spirit realm, I don't care over here. But in the outburst, did it go against me? Well, I just thought that it was very important to establish some stuff from my end so that my job is done. Then rest is up to those who have to take it or reject it. That's up to them. We got too many stakeholders, I think, listening into my home, watching my home. I don't know what it is. Too many stakeholders, right? From both qualities. So this house is kind of neutral. This apartment is neutral. Even I feel I've got energies from, like, I don't have the energies, but I feel those who are dipping into my home, they're like different stakeholders from different places, good and bad. Anyway, I really do hope that this gets sorted out. And ultimately, जैसे दशहरा है वो थोड़ा अर्ली होवे, ताकि how it is we say दशहरा के टाइम good triumphs over evil. Is Shani active, Mama? Because I had actually, day before yesterday, I had said something to Shani, and he actually gave me a reaction in which he said, wait, something of that sort. Like, it was something like what Papa sometimes does. He says, keep quiet, it'll all happen. Like, don't keep asking. It is in the process, it'll finish soon. Like, let's say if, whatever it is. So that's the kind of reaction I got from Shani, where he was like, kind of very stern and said, it's happening, wait. It was just a split second. But is he active as of now? Can we take it that Shani is active? Is Shirdi Sai Baba active as of now on this matter? Is this matter going to go in my favor? But more than things going in my favor or not in my favor, I'm more interested that the miscreants get caught. Whoever is the culprits, it's very confusing, but genuinely, I would really like the culprits to be caught, because on the back of them, perhaps you can get a bigger network like them. And that is the whole thing, because it's not about me, it's about many other people. So, I'm really hoping that Shani and Shirdi Sai Baba are genuinely working towards a solution which kind of helps better things for a very large population. That's what I'm really hoping for. Okay, if I can ask you a question. Today I heard Chandru uncle's voice, someone talking like Chandru uncle in my ears. Did he give me bad words when I woke up? Was it the real Chandru uncle who has held me as a baby when I was born? First in Elizabeth Nursing Home, when Nita, Rekha, Varsha, Vinod were also born at Malabar Hill. Was it a shapeshifter for Chandru uncle? Has there been a shapeshifter for Chandru uncle ever in our life? Was there somebody who had pretended to be Chandru uncle, either a clone or then just a shapeshifter for Chandru uncle, Mr. Chandru Mirchandani? Has there ever been a shapeshifter for him? Is he directly, indirectly connected with SRK's team? Or something connected with that industry? Did he ever stay in elegant apartments pretending to be Chandru uncle? So what I have said about Chandru uncle going in for 2 knee replacement surgeries, was there a change on the back of it sometime around early 2000? Did he go to Nita in Sydney also and create complications? So when he has spoken in my ear, there used to be a girl called Priya Anwar Sheikh working in Bombay, in Sumantaz. She used to live in the slums of Bombay at Andheri West. So today we had a girl called Priya put out something about she wanted a maid or something of that sort. And then straight after her was one Sheikh who put out something on the app which is looking after our society. So that version of Chandru uncle is a clone. This girl called Priya Anwar Sheikh is connected with nefarious activity. Does it border on some kind of bioterrorism of some kind? Also, what set these people off is yesterday I have sent in a complaint to the NIA. So it got me a reaction this morning of a lot of insults from the time I woke up. I want it documented. Chandru uncle has been around me since 1973. Chandru uncle's father was in a big business, well established in early Bombay. They used to live at Harinivas. So we know exactly what Chandru uncle's habits are. Yeah, Chandru uncle, sometime after I've returned from New Zealand, was talking to the Fisher people after 2013-14. So I met Chandru uncle about 6 to 8 to 12 times after I returned from New Zealand, but there was something that was a little off, not only at that time, I think in and around 2009-10 onwards. Chandru uncle is the one who was talking about K Sara Sara and being on the streets. 2006, 2007, 2008, but Chandru uncle's son Pranav was in the same school as Anant Ambani, which is Ambani's international school. And Chandru uncle had established that he had gone for his birthday party in some jet that the father had for his son. But simultaneous to that was the topic of on the streets and K Sara Sara. So I believe maybe the RIL setup was infiltrated around that time. Maybe not. There is a connect to some version or shapeshifter of SK. That's got to do with Sen because we keep getting Sen's name. But we had seen that Ambani is in a deep state dream. Ambani is waiting for Sen and she cancels the appointment. He is with somebody who lights diyas all the time. But that is SK. Or somebody who shapeshifted for SK. So there is some amount of huge foul play in the whole setup of all the people mentioned so far. You understood? You understood what I said? You understood what I said? This dates back to 2006. Also, one thing that I need to put on record. When I have gone to elegant apartments, a place I have been going to as a baby, there's a time when Vinod is a small little baby, they call him Lolly. Money, Lolly. Varsha is called Lotto or Lolo. Initially, Chandru uncle calls her Lolo and calls Vinod Lolly. Now the reason why that happens is because Vinod was born in the same room that Varsha was born in Elizabeth Nursing Home. But Varsha had this habit of going and grabbing all the boys' hands and biting it. It could have been because she was teething. So to get rid of the irritation, she just chases the boy and kind of grabs onto the hand and bites it very hard. So there used to be times when in Chandru uncle's home in elegant apartments, Varsha had chased him round the table and he had been screeching, and Varsha had gone chasing him. He's few months older than Varsha. So she had gone to bite him, and Chandru uncle was telling him, be a boy, what you're running, it's a small girl who's chasing your tail. What you are getting scared of the girl. So this is how we know that these events have already happened with the original people. Yet our get-togethers are very clean. Yeah, they're very clean. They're good energy, good people. And their business is just business. He has retail stores. He used to have retail stores for wine shops, and he used to have medical chemists also. He used to run those as his business. Okay. Yet when we have gone to elegant apartments, his sister-in-law is Mamlu Gidwani and Arjun Gidwani. Yet when we've hung around their home also, because obviously as kids they've got an older son called Harish Gidwani, cathedral school boy, like Anil Ramchandani, cathedral school boy. Anil Ramchandani's sister Sonia Ramchandani, big girl in my school, along with Neeta Rekha Mirchandani. They are first cousins for each other. We are the outsiders because we are family friends who don't know that till much later. Yet mention of the underworld and dawn, Mamlu's husband, Arjun Gidwani, brings up only after I have returned from New Zealand. Yet we've hung around them ever since we were kids. We've never had such weird talk ever happening. So we also wonder. After all, if it is from the time of 73, take us to the age of about 6, 7, 79, 80. Then from 80 to 2013, 14, I think that is enough time to judge people and people's characters. Every once in a while we're meeting. You see, Arjun's son, Harish Gidwani, who's a bit of a miscreant. He's extra bold, right? So he likes scaring little babies on boogeyman and things like that. But other than that, there's not much to him. We study personalities, as just natural to do so. Yet these kind of talks have never ever happened in the past. So I think it requires a look. Chandru uncle's daughter was married to ex-chairman of Indian Oil Corporation. Very nice Khandani family. She got married when I was still in college. Chandru uncle never used to visit her so much. He started visiting her and staying longer in Sydney only post 2005, 6, 7 sometime. Find out why. I'm not here to give you stories of my family or to prove anything about myself. Even if I was picked up from a garbage can, I'm just lucky that the people who looked after me were very good people. So when they're good people and then we see some changes, then becomes our duty to talk about it. So then if there are gaps in things, the ones who are so-called investigators, instead of wasting time sitting and confusing issues in my home through that useless fan and the crap in my body, these are hints how you can say, oh okay, these are the gaps, okay, then you can look in those gaps. Okay, that's the only effort. I don't like talking about anybody, for that matter of fact. But if that's the only proof or the only indicator for gaps in a timeline, then so be it. As the last case resort, one talks about it. You understand my motive? According to me, Vinod Mirchandani was not Vinod Mirchandani how I've known him from childhood. At my father's pindan ceremony that had to be done at Forge Aswell, the boy who was Vinod at that get together, I think I saw him on YouTube. He was there as an astrologer. I know Vinod since baby time. He's got his own way. He's a very nice man, very nice boy. Actually, this lot, my father's friends and them as relatives of each other, all good people. It is being around good energy that we come to know the difference. So if you don't know what is good, how can you see bad? And if you haven't seen bad, how would you know good? You got to understand the two ends of the spectrum, experience something in the energy to know the difference. You understand? So it is the younger daughter of Chandru uncle called Rekha Mirchandani. It is her son Pranav. But in their home also, her husband, who was considered to be, they stay in Sumangal, in Malabahil. That's where they used to stay last, that I know. Her husband took her father-in-law to court, saying he's treating him like a stepson. Yet her husband Aju, was considered to be actually a very mature, dependable, responsible man. His birthday is the same as mine. So there are gaps. He got his father and he went to court in which year? I think in later years, 8, 9, 10 sometime. These are all red flags. The work of the miscreant. What it is with Neeta Rana, that is Neeta Mirchandani's situation in Sydney, I have no idea. But I say, like Kiran uncle, Kiran merchant and Kira, wherever the replica goes, what is the sign? They regroup with people more than they ever have in the past. Suddenly they want to revive memories with you and they don't make sense. But wherever they go, like in Kira's case versus Kiran Merchant had a very good reputation for helping people and he was genuine and he's very simple. Right? Whereas Kira, wherever he goes, he creates the problem. So the replicas create the problem. And also they regroup with the originals. My mom's case is a very simple open and shut case. When my mom exited from her marriage in 83, other than meeting her two girls, which is me and Varsha, and her mother, I don't think she really went out of her way to keep in touch with anybody. Her husband used to meet up only with his old father and nobody else. The couple were very happy amongst themselves. Their social life was going to Puttaparthi twice, thrice a year, extending from there to maybe Amritanandamayi Mata's Kerala ashram. They were not even in touch with people from the Satya Sai Baba ashram, where she was a convener before she got divorced. Now, why am I saying all this? If you look at her lifestyle up to a point, then suddenly she started regrouping and she was extra social. That's the shapeshifter. Can't contain it. But wherever the shapeshifter goes, there will be problems in those places. Do your investigation. तुम investigation करो. And yes, please watch Blacklist. 10 seasons, 22 episodes each, except for 7, which is 19. Season 7, which is 19 episodes, and season 3, which is 23 episodes. From 1 to 10, the rest of them are all 22 episodes. 19 is my birthday, 22 is Varsha's birthday. JAYA.ADVANI, Varsha Advani. Number 3 is Shilpa Sadrangani or Shilpa Rao. It can also be Kailash, it can also be Anita. Over there, it is 23 episodes. 23 is Akhil Gupta's birthday, Rajan Taylor's birthday. With the Taylor family comes the jabbing, the Sui Dhaga. Advait, your own style, patchwork. Rajan Taylor wanted to be the gladiator at any cost from London. Introduced, according to me, after the shapeshifters have entered number 4 Jaswal at the time when I have come back from New Zealand. The other person who was introduced at that time is Sanyo, Sanyo, maybe she's Sanyota Saksaria, but here she's spelled differently, Sanio. But that's not how Sanyo ever spelled her name. So it was something different. Where are the gaps in it? But that's the time from when things started going wrong. To have SRL versus SL and to have swapping happening, that also in a marriage, I don't think that is actually commendable activity. Ultimately, then that goes against you. वो bad karma होता है, no matter who you are, and is absolutely been not accepted by the spirit realm. It has been put down and the auditing as very bad karma, whoever is the miscreant. कुछ भी होवे वो सही नहीं था. I've got my own upbringing. I have my own family. You have actually disreputed lots of people. Not only that, there are plenty of clones that have entered our home. And wherever there is a heist, whether it is connected with Kingfisher, Videocon, how did the underworld even have the backbone to make offers of 20 crore and 40 crore for 500 crore property, divided into 250 crores each? The other 250 crores is actually Ravindra Merchant's ownership. His son and daughter are supposed to be friends with Piramal. Yet their names are not being given properly. Isha's name is not coming properly. Isha and one Piramal son got married. There's a problem in both those places, on both those identities. Now you tell me what we have left. When you have friends like Piramal, then surely you will be able to find a builder for development in Chowpatty Prime area. Everybody wants. Bombay is got land limits in South Bombay. To give offers of 20 and 40 crores, and if one of the sisters go to complain, whose side is taken? Kiran Uncle's sister Veena Merchant, my reading is saying that her brains are in some lab somewhere, because the miscreant Kira went and sold everybody's DNA, genealogy, brains for studying shape-shifting in and out of all our bloody homes. And the ER bought from the criminal at Europe. And Pune, 2 places. What is the connect of Pune to Europe? Please tell me. Who's the connect of these 2 things? Kira dares to wear a press fucking card on his car all the time. How did he become a press person? All the time showing a press badge. Kiran Uncle was not of that quality. वो शेख तो नहीं है. Priya Anwar Sheikh had said something connected with having some brothers who travel to Singapore and travel to Malaysia, Southeast Asia a lot, right? But she was a part-time maid in my house for 2 years, and not my mates, maid. जो काम करते हैं, जो तू हमको बुला रहा था, आज when I have woken up and I was taking my water, तू होती कौन है बकवास करने के लिए? You don't know how to behave in journalism? Hey! Who even hires rubbish like you? तो you and your employers, जिनको hiring नहीं आता है, अब तुम लोगों को दिखाते हैं तू कहाँ पे भीख मांगेगी 10 कल्पा के लिए, minimum 10 kalpas. I am very dangerous because I do things from an appropriate place, well earned by you. Explain to the rest of them. You understood? Don't care who the fuck you are. The rules are the same for everybody. You bloody break it. Yeah, fucking take responsibility for it. Audit के लिए I am the witness. शनि के साथ और शिरडी साई बाबा के साथ we'll see where you run. I have no time for foul play and fool play. You may waste life and time. I am too lazy to do that. हमको ना डायरेक्ट बड़े रिजल्ट्स चाहिए, लॉन्ग टर्म, एब्सोल्युटली विद लीस्ट एफर्ट. यू अंडरस्टूड? एज बिल गेट्स वो बोलेगा कितना लेजी कौन है और जिसको शॉर्टकट्स बहुत पसंद है टू अचीव वॉट एवर कैन बी अचीव फास्ट 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 फास्ट. समझी क्या? रबिश, एब्सोल्यूट यूजलेस. Hear it and assimilate it. Go open your dictionary and figure out what was said. Nonsense. इसकी जो पार्टनर इन क्राइम रबिया का नाम भी यहां पे दिया हुआ है कि नहीं है? As usual, ola pola tola rubbish. You are with me? Ola is my diamond. I come from a business family and half blue-blooded family. So these slum dwellers become my relatives. In the Loka also they become my relatives. Chalo Advait tarike se, let's just take Advait. Everybody has to become a soul. There is no better example of being Advait than the soul. You agree? Ultimately, everything has to become soul. Any life form on earth or anywhere in the universe. बोले एनिमेट इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट, but Vishnu has 14 realms still for even the Advait state of the soul, and more than 14 realms which normal human beings somehow maximum get caught in the 14 realms. तो in that 14 realms जो है, please tell me, ये जो नॉनसेंस बात हमारे घर करते हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ दैट रबिश, दे बिकम माई रिलेटिव्स दैट लेट्स जस्ट से द वंस हु डू devious miscreant behavior of coveting property belonging to others, grabbing possessions of others, lying, are manipulative, call it manifestation. Are they my soul family in the realms? Even in an Advait state, do they become my family in the realms? Once we are in the Atma state, do they become my family? The ones who covet property belonging to others, grab possessions of others, half lie also, manipulate situations, call it manifestation, do charity for self-benefit. Are they my soul family in the Advait state? Now can you contend with that? कमाना तुमको नहीं है, चुराना ही आता है. कमाती क्यों नहीं है? Why you don't earn it? Why you are always grabbing things that are not yours? And when you are willing to do anything, you go out of your way to do. Why you don't? यार बड़ापन तो दिखाती है स्लम ड्वेलर, रोब जताती है? क्या करती है? क्या करती है? ए औरत, कभी आया करो, 2% औकात, बस ऑल ब्लडी 420 का नॉनसेंस. When you want to show that you are too great, otherwise drop tears for people like United Nations and God knows what, that nonsense crappy bloody institute. Dance drama of the worstest kind. So when you are so great to take so many risks, why you don't take the responsibility of it? And those people, why they support you? I will teach you now what Advait is according to your earnings. 10 kalpas you are going to live according to what you have earned. You will be alive Atma, because we are all alive always. But at a place well earned by you, you will not get a chance to expedite your bad debts by getting some form coming to earth. That door is shut on you. Now you are going to pay and settle your scores. Being alive Atma in the shithole earned by you, it is called Nark. So if your debts go from 1 kalpa to 10 kalpas, slow and steady, enjoy yourself, Advait, and pay off your debts. This 420 business of yours, which you are so accustomed to doing all the time, cheap as bloody hell, those doors now are closed on you. You understood? Extra clever. Why am I supposed to look into the history into this throw that I've done? Am I supposed to look into the history of it? Ola cabs and Rabia are connected with each other. Rabia is the Garib. Rabia has a son. Why do we have Gauri's name? Goari. I had said the only thing about Rabia were her beautiful eyes. And I said, don't tell me Gauri Khan जो है उसको Rabia बना दिया है. So what is the interplay between Rabia and Gauri? Is there an interplay between Rabia and Gauri Khan? You know, पैसों के भूखे जो लोग हैं क्या कर रहे हैं? You know chain snatcher? You know what chain snatcher is? When do chain snatchers steal? They steal on fast moving bikes in broad daylight in Bombay. They snatch the chain. My bangle went missing, my gold bangle. It was mentioned in one of the throws. Once my chain got snatched, once my bangles got snatched, all in Bombay. It is reported by Times of India. They'll know I am not lying. Your great reporters and journalists also report it. This is from the 90s. You know chain snatching, right? There never is hiding, sneaking rear door entry into your house. So chain snatching is just like the exchange of an original human being with the original clone. It is well studied, understood, and then replaced. Just like chain snatching happens in broad daylight, exchanging people also happens in broad daylight. Don was not joking 1 and 2 when he has told you how they do it. So Gauri Khan was married to Badshah of Bollywood. They had enough money. What is their resource? Influencing people. how attractive is that who wants to infiltrate and influence the mindsets of a particular crowd? After all, let's face it, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan and Amir Khan, a very simple concept in marketing. It's called market segmentation. If you just look at it as market segmentation, did they do it or did they not do it? This OB crowd is equivalent to Lagan, the movie. Every movie connected with these three and passing of that crown amongst the three of them has something associated with it. Putting things on my hand in this cheap manner is not okay. Now, is this something to do with the gel? Do I adding things to the gel? Whatever we are buying on Bezos' company, you're putting the smell of shit in it, or what the fuck are you doing? You don't do that, because every penny spent by me when you're fucking around with things and then you think you're damn bloody fucking smart. On a fucking keyboard, one bloody fucking atom molecule ko tu press karti hai, illiterate slum dweller. And you let the smell of shit go off technologically. You're stupid. Or then when we are washing our clothes in a so-called high premium society, which is talking about water contaminated. My maid has worked in my house for 5 years, you didn't have rules and regulations. After I stopped keeping a maid in my home, you're making all kinds of rules and regulations. If you're not hand in glove with all this shit, then who is? What you take so much bloody maintenance for? And it's the same bunch of miscreants. They keep coming on to my gate, the app for security. The minute the bloody router is taken somewhere else. Are you all connected with bioterrorism? Kya? What did you say? You watch that bloody tongue. So from an influencing perspective, then the Badshah of Bollywood would have been a great resource. But the point is, he's supposed to be the worstest of the worstest. तो हम बोलूँ उसके लिए रिसोर्स कौन है? गौरी खान. क्यों? Her father was something big in the Indian army. That's why. So I'm not here to insult her. She's a beautiful lady with very nice eyes. But the point is, all I'm saying is, it did suddenly cross my mind, because at that time also I had said, oh, Rabia has beautiful eyes. It reminds me, I never put it together, but it is when there is one version of Rabia towards the end when, demonetization had happened. मोदी का जो demonetization है, उस टाइम पे कोई हमारे घर रबिया बन के जो थी, purposely she had put herself with, the pheromones. You can make out it is very high levels of perspiration. It's a pheromone. Nobody comes to that level. Nobody. That time I said she's looking a little like a boy, and she's already worked in my home for about 6 months or 8 months. So I just think in my mind, wait, this is looking like a boy dressed in a sari, but it looks like this boy can work for SRK. I don't know why the thought went off in my head. Then she decided to leave and go back, she says, to Howrah, where her daughter is going to give an exam. She's from Calcutta, so she's going home. So I say, okay, no problem, fine, go. And anyway, Priya Anwar Sheikh simultaneously has started working in my home, so she'll take over. It's all right. The thing about Rabia exiting, she was going to some scriptwriter's home at Lokhandwala, connected with the film line. The time Rabia left working my home is the time when the crew of Jab Harry met Sejal. They moved and went away to Europe for their shoot. Somehow there is an overlap of timelines. You understand? This Ola connect with Rabia keeps coming up. The word Garib came up in conjunction with X being bought, or let's just say Twitter being bought. That morning or the earlier, the woman sitting on the wooden chair, hands bound, legs bound, fully pregnant, could give birth any time soon. With those three ladies bound hands and leg to the three poles in the back, in the old warehouse. In that read, we got Garib. But I don't know if we got Rabia's name. I said the girl was, I kept saying, well, the hair texture and how she was, the color of the skin. You can't see her face because she's sitting on a chair and she's all bound. So, but the hair texture, the thickness of the hair, the way it is so long, it was fitting this girl. So I did make mention of it at that time also. The word Garib, which is over here, was there too. Garib, Rabia. Not SRK, SR. I say SRL or SL. In that Dawn 2, where Priyanka Chopra is doing a cat move, the man over there who's getting burnt, Dushman Mera is the song's name. He looks like SRL, SL. Standing in for SRK. SRK is a very short guy. He's only 5'6.5", 5'7" max, with 1-2 inch heels in case he becomes, he wears shoes with insoles, or then with 1 inch heel max he can increase from 5'6.5" to 5'8" maybe. They hire men looking taller so that they are more accepted by the crowds. But over there where we see SRK's face, 100% is the same dirty face. और टोनी फर्नांडिस हो गए ऑगर, या ऑगर क्योंकि SRL, SL जो कोई भी था उसको श्रेक बहुत पसंद था, and the ogre in the Shrek. That's why we use the word ogre, OGRE, and we keep getting it. But that is the place in Laveen Lekraj's home, who is the founder of Cotton World. Sanjeev goes to say, all this is mine. The house is Laveen Lekraj's. Sanjeev suddenly goes on a rampant saying, all this is mine. Cotton World is, it is only between Laveen, Praveen and Sanjeev. But the point is, while we are in school and college, and especially in college, because there's a version of Varsha who has worked at Cotton World for 1.5, 2 years, because she's Samal's friend. So wahan pe it is very clearly established that no, everybody has a contribution because they all work over there. It is a family run business, their family business. Also, some version of Sanjeev, before I've gotten married to him, has said God has been very kind. He's explained how they started out, what their struggles were, how the company came to being. That also Laveen has studied in HR college. He used to come and as a hobby had started selling t-shirts to students over there. That became a big hit. That went into Cotton World. Cotton World then did very well. And they started opening pop mom shops in few places, in few cities. And that became a business. And the Chachas also joined. And they kept it within their family. So it was fine. Suddenly, when you are thanking God, you are saying you are grateful to everybody in your family and everybody is kind of together, and so it's become successful. There was a struggle initially. Suddenly, at Laveen Lekraj's home, who's been kind enough. He's gone on a holiday with his 2 children, Tanisha and Jay, and his wife Shalu. They've gone on a foreign trip, so they've been very kind to say, okay, you two, you can, here are the keys, you can stay one night. So we're staying with Laveen's parents actually, which is more than one person. So maybe the couple says, you are newly married, okay, weekend you'll go and stay over there. Over there he tells me all this is his. That is an absolute red flag, because it's just completely not happening. It's very different from the other talk. So that uneven face which is there on Shah Rukh Khan in Dushman Mera, Dawn 2. The song is Dushman Mera. That face was merged, but white. Merged with Rupa's, whoever her relative is, or some very nice boy who has like very, I don't know whether that is his Atmik Roop or that is just him in reality. And so the uneven skin, or that which is seen on Raga also in foreign land, when he has, it's just a different, I don't like that particular Atma. Somehow I almost immediately have a very different reaction to it. I don't like that energy at all. So whoever that person is, he has crossed paths with me during my marriage. He is seen in the Dushman Mera song, at least in that little thing I saw it. He was shown to me in my deep state sleep. Rupa, they're using her name to answer as the maid at my home for Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, who husband ends up in an accident, and after that, whoever's coming into our society and as Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, one of them is to reminding me of the Kamali Bai, who has worked for 15 years in my home or 18 years in my home. Looks like her granddaughter. And she has gone on record talking about her grandmother passing away 5 years ago. So she has to go for her grandmother's some remembrance. But then Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy never did that ever. So it becomes questionable. There is something, big questions. Who has confused this for the Advani family, then gone on a rampage of stealing wherever your clones and shapeshifters have gone? When God is kind to us to make the businesses and build empires even further, we don't need to take handouts from anybody for a better life. We earn our good life by birth. So it is not my crowd that has done the miscreant deviant behavior. It is those who did not earn an okay birth. And don't play Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman's voice in my ears all the time. I don't appreciate it. You're a finance minister, right? What's your job? To talk in my house being an ET? What's your job? I have to discuss it this way because it is sold Sita, sold Gita. So Sita के अंदर सीतारमन, अगर उसको बेचा है तो क्या लेके आ गया है? गीता हाथ में उठाता है, राइटियसनेस अनराइटियसनेस के बारे संस्कृत में 4 लाइन बोलता है. Then you dare to talk about Advait. But Bhagavad Gita has the 4 wonders of life. उसको क्यों नहीं फॉलो करता है? चोरी करने के लिए अद्वैत बोलता है. You are with me? Now I want to ask you in basic words, this SL. SL is the boy you are saying, Norway color skin. as future partner for me? The boy who's a future partner for me, his initials are in this read. The boy is a Muslim. How can he have skin color? You said skin color is color of Norway. They are pink color skin. He is anybody who shapeshifted for Nick Nixie Nickel at any point in time. He shapeshifted as Nick Nixie Nickel at some point in time. Has he shapeshifted for RK also at some point in time? He's got a foreign name? And he's got an English kind of a name, or he's got a name which is kind of English? But he is what descendant? He's got what kind of a bloodline in him? He's got a bloodline which is European. Tell me one thing, do I have traits of Europe in my bloodline without the editing? That anemia that I had in the 6th standard, was it genuine? Am I a ready? Is my bloodline like by birth a ready? I don't mind anything, but am I a ready for all purposes? You know, I just do believe that what God gives us, we mustn't digress from it, not even when it comes to DNA, for better or for worse. If I was born even in any class and any category, I don't think I would want to actually exchange it with anything. I'll explain to you why. You know that journey of first in the wait list as an Atma, especially if the Atma is not coming from a place that it is used to too much contamination, if I can put it that way, then residing in the womb, you should understand what all the baby has to reside in when the baby is from the seed, growing for those 9 months, 7 months before the baby enters into the world. Then the whole process over and over again, from infancy to the family to the school, the responsibilities, then moving to adulthood, then the householder, then as the adult retired, but now dealing with grown kids and their kids, and then they're the individuals. There's so much karma involved. And then finally passing away, having earned it well or then not earned it well, and then again the same cycle starts. So the thing is, from my perspective, no matter what the birth is, I'd rather live it the way it is. Grabbing temporarily is going to create more problems for me in the future, is the way I have always seen it. And as you know, I like to expedite anything fast. It's like a band-aid. When you get hurt and you put a band-aid on your wound, If you take out the band-aid slowly, 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 it hurts a lot more. If you pull the band-aid out in one shot, which the doctors do, soften it with water, it comes out, especially in the olden days. So why increase the pain of the surgery? That's my thinking. And I've been this way from the time I was a baby. Not a baby, I would say from the time I was, I don't know, pretty young. They didn't call me Sadori for nothing. Sadori means very responsible. So, from a Bill Gates point of view, it can be called lazy and wanting results, doing least amount of work. It can be viewed whichever way. So that is the reason why I am little particular. It's not about an ego issue. It is about ensuring that contracts are fulfilled appropriately. And also, it is well documented. It's not good to take things, possessions belonging to others. So why indulge in it? For better or for worse. In the hierarchy of things, there are many people a zillion times better off than I am, and there are many people a zillion times worse off than I am. Let me finish my part and go, no? There's a boy called Munawar. I don't know why we have Nunawar. Because I'm just thinking for Nick Nixie Nickel, Munawar jo hai, I really don't remember what he looks like. I just know he doesn't like people who are Geminis because they're two-faced, according to him. But I know he is tall enough and he's fair. तो अगर निक निक्सी निकल के लिए कोई खड़ा रहे, maybe he can stand in, but I don't know how so. So this is why we were told for Munawar, there is not just one Munawar. Anyway, this could have another meaning to it. That's the thing with these readings. We need to do a lot of guesswork also. Nonawar jo hai, it's not really a English name. But since we got it, we can ask about it. Nonawar, he's the stand-in for the real funny Munawar. What is there any interplay with SRL? IB for other countries other than India? So this is all over the border activity, having infiltrated India at some point in time. Shape-shifted in and out of roles of other people. Connected to the film industry in any way. Ever did that work for people in the film industry at any point in time? Any industrialists? What about RG? Rahul Gandhi? Shape-shifted for him ever in India? SRL and SL are the same people in the throw? Is it one Atma by God-given birth? Raga and RG are the same one person by God-given birth? One Atma by God-given birth? RG is alive in the human body. RG is alive in the physical form. Raga is alive in the physical form. RG, who is the Italian face boy, he is alive in the physical form. Has he moved to the afterlife? Are we talking about Rajiv Gandhi's son? With Rajiv Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's DNA, that physical body son called Rahul Gandhi is still in the body? He is still physically alive in the body? Okay, so I mistook it. I thought he had left the physical body. He has not left the physical body. He's still in the body. I don't know why. I just felt he was let off. The guy who stands in for him is very Indian. Too Indian to be him. कोई भी होवे वो नहीं है. I say politicians who want to be leaders and they want to be big positions, if you can't even take the bullet, whereas the cadet can do so, a training sepoy can do so, then you are not cut out for the job, neither you nor anybody else, irrespective of the age. You cannot be handing masks out and spreading the risk and not taking responsibility. The reason there is always one line of control is so that you are held responsible for whatever decisions taken. You are of that quality and caliber to take the decisions and then take the responsibility also of it. Our nation was built on the back of, I have a feeling, lots of good governance, right? Otherwise we couldn't have become such a great nation compared to 1947. But then there also I think the leaders were more straightforward. Also they knew governance. अब ये नया generation पता नहीं है who has brought them up, what the other side, flip side of things are. Don't know. PFI in readings is not a good thing. Okay, so since we have dealt with this, we can move on. Now I didn't know this. The name Anwar also is over here. How are we to understand this? Your lobby ka jo, you're talking about a lobby with the security downstairs, or you're talking about lobby LOBBY? First and foremost, listen, SRL, you're an absolute loser. The ugliest of the ugliest. And helping you in the BJP, even if it is JAYA.ADVANI, it is not acceptable. I am not BJP's date, neither am I Congress's date, not Rahul Gandhi's. Congress, when it comes to his mother, it comes to his father, it comes to his great-grandmother, great-grandfather and his grandmother. Yes, we're very supportive of them. We believe they got us proud to live in India and to be Indian, because they knew his mother, in spite of not being on the forefront and taking a lot of brickbats for doing her job the way it was best for the nation at that point in time, she got Bina and Nina, which is talking about good governance in some way. As early as 2017-18, when I have asked Shirdi Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, without all these throws being done, for them we kept getting clear chits. It's a raga that we got no clear chit consistently from that time to today also. Whatever his associations are, they're not okay. SRL, though, if I'm willing to leave a marriage at 1,70,000 bucks and the chap says, you got a tidy sum of alimony. My bloody fucking dresses cost far more for that marriage and all the functions than your fucking alimony. Yet getting rid of you was the best thing I did, because you're a parasitic atma, like the sewer. You and every associated with you in your fuck-all lobby of shit. You know, our water tanks are contaminated. You are far worse than that. Aise repulsive badbudar energy. Just you and your entire lobby, LOBI, of shit. You are a shameless, useless, just shitty, really shitty stuff. Shitty stuff. Other than foul play, you can't even pay a man on the street sitting under the sun for one bloody cigarette. You want to flick it from him for free. तो फिर अगर एक सिगरेट के लिए तू पैसा नहीं देता है, जब तू ऐसे एटीट्यूड के साथ लवीन लेखराज के घर आया है, it is that shit quality in you that decides all that is yours. What common sense is that of? What values you've been brought up with? If there is swapping in my marriage and there's foul play in a marriage based on rumors spoken about me, then you and your lobby is just shit. 10 कल्पा तू भीख मांगेगा शरीर के लिए. You will beg even to be a parasite with form, लेकिन तुमको नहीं मिलेगा. और जगह जो है कमाया हुआ, yes, it calls it Rasatal for some time. My reading says SRL, SL, Lalu are going to Rasatal. जितना टाइम के लिए कमाया है रसतल, जाओ वहाँ पे रहो. लेकिन when that gets over, then you go to the rest of whatever you want. You will not get a form. When you are given forms, how you people are using it, I explained it, you are not doing what you're supposed to do. There are others who are willing to follow the rules, regulations. They fit the visa requirements to earth for that birth. to expedite karma however they have earned it. In a better manner, you are disqualified. Take that shit somewhere else. I'm not married to you. I never was. You understood? If you treat marriage as a joke and you are an illiterate buffoon, you are not good enough to be my domestic help also. Forget about anything else. You are garbage and true septic parasite, making an entire tank contaminated and septic. Make sure you understand it loud and clear. And tell your lobby to find something better to do, because their breather is now and here. इसके बाद तू और तेरा जो घटिया लॉबी है, no matter who you are, 10 कल्पा के लिए तू भीख मांगेगा शरीर के लिए, कोई भी फॉर्म तुमको मिले. It is my final decision. It's not going to change. Understand loud and clear, you are nobody of mine, not even an acquaintance. Whether it is SL or it is SRL, they are two different people, got a lobby connected with RG and some bloody Anwar. क्या है? The sheikhs are not giving you the surname. Priya Anwar Sheikh. The sheikhs don't give you a surname. बोले दो religion है, godly and anti-god. You fall in that satanic anti-god category. The sheikhs refuse to give her the name Sheikh. 10 कल्पा के लिए ठहरो, तुमको फॉर्म पैरासाइट का भी नहीं मिलेगा. जैसे घटिया कर्म करे. घटिया मीन्स घटिया, एब्सोल्यूट यूजलेस क्लास. I don't know about RG. I'm not into politicians. I like straightforward good people. तू यहाँ पे क्या है, एक जर्नी के लिए आया है, कितना टाइम रहेगा, उसके बाद तुमको जाके तेरे घर पे रहना है. तेरा घर वहाँ पे क्या है ना, that is my concern. So, can I continue with the pendulum so that even I am able to understand what's happening? SL, SRL lobby is connected with RG being Rahul Gandhi in some way, connected to Katrina in some way. Is my baby JAYA.ADVANI, my DNA related baby sister, is she connected to this lobby? My DNA related sister from, I'm JAYA.ADVANI. First and foremost, please tell me that Katrina loves throwing voice and confusing matters. Do you think that Katrina is a good soul? The one who threw voice from the back of my throat, that woman Baku, is a good soul. She's got a sister called Isabella. If they had to come and live in my home over here as company, would you be acceptable of it? What is the problem with them? Is it an atmic problem? They belong to another soul tribe? So SRL is in the lobby of RG. Isn't Anwar also part of their lobby? Is it the Lutheran lobby as well of Delhi? This Lutheran lobby of Delhi, connected with RG, connected with SL, connected with SRL, their journey going forward, let's just say they've come on a holiday over here for now. When they go back to their home, is their home a better one than mine? Is it a more opulent, nicer home than mine? Are they very rich in the spirit realm? Are they very prosperous in the spirit realm? Is that what the issue is? Which is why you are not okay with them as company? So can we safely say that the boy is not RG? Is RG the boy? Going forward with skin color of Norway, is he who you are talking about? Is the boy SL? Is the boy SRL? Is the boy Anwar? Are any of them suitable partners for the next 20 years going forward for JAYA.ADVANI holding the pendulum? Do they have very, very bad, impoverished, debt-ridden homes that they have to live at the soul level once they leave the body? Them as a lobby, entire lobby, and the entire lot of them? Is that their true earning? Don't ever use the word fucking BVVV with me, no matter in what bloody fucking context, ugly shit like you ever dares to take that word. And frankly, you make it malignant, like a very contaminated STP. Not of that caliber, not of that quality. If you base everything on a girl's boobs and looks, it's okay, the Rakshasnis always knew how to look good. But the augur is the augur is the augur is the augur. Don't ever overstep lines with me. What I don't do over here, man my ass, to hijra bhi bano, you'll be lucky. Don't ever overstep lines with me, because whatever I don't do over here, understand it loud and clear. From a place where you don't stand a chance. You've been warned way in advance कि तुमको full responsibility लेके ही रहना पड़ेगा. Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman, sold Sita, sold Gita. तुमको भरपूर तरीके से रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना ही पड़ेगा. And let me tell you, I am stricter than the strictest, except that the place has to be appropriate. The auditing is an absolute no-nonsense one, with not even an inkling of foul play in it. No fudging of accounts. Those who think they are very smart, फिर तुमको पूरा responsibility तुमको उठा के ही लेना है. You make sure you are listening into my home, you bloody well take responsibility for it. I am not joking. I am nobody of yours. I am only witness and the reason where you will not be able to run or shirk responsibility of your chosen actions by free will, for which I am the witness. Mr. Modi, hope you understood. Original होवे कि duplicate माल, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Luthians, hope you understand. Lodi Podi. First and foremost, you didn't have to make a separate parliament. The old parliament was too good. राम का मंदिर बनाओ, जटायु वहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा करते हैं वेलकमिंग कमिटी. हनुमान कहाँ है? 1 साल भी नहीं हुआ है, पता नहीं कितना टाइम है, वहाँ पे दे टॉकिंग अबाउट लीकेज. तुमने कितना पैसा साइफन किया है? ये सिगरेट के लिए पैसा नहीं देता है, एक छुट्टा सिगरेट, छुट्टा माल जो है. तो जब इसको लूटियंस के साथ, लोडी गार्डन के साथ, लॉबी के साथ इसको चांस मिलता है इंडिया के ट्रेजरी में हाथ लगाने के लिए, व्हाट ही विल डू? If in his marriage only there was shape-shifting, in this marriage I married the cotton world to be partner as a managing director, a director, not managing director, yeah, director. I was not born in the sewers because cheap opposition of those days called BJP or whoever they brought into my house decides I am under the poverty line or Bena, right? Because you say so. You infiltrate my home. L.K. thinks he's dealing with God only knows who. Kani Advani and Kailash, there's nothing. Kailash Advani you're calling a cleaner. My mother you're calling a cleaner. Her property from her second husband is 250 crores. You come for free to live off our assets. You create the confusion on us. The property is already in my name. Your PAN card came out whenever it came out, but those properties were bought in my name way before. वो मेरा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो तुमको चोरी का आदत है, तुम ही ने हमारा लॉकर को तोड़ा था, शेयर्स को ट्रांसफर किया बिना हमारे परमिशन का. कौन किया है? Who did? तो जो एक सिगरेट के लिए पैसा नहीं देता है वो भी छुट्टा. जहां जहां देखे वहीं पे डाका मारे. डेस्पराडोस. You got a habit of not making payment for goods for free. Where did you learn it? Who gave you your upbringing? तुम्हारा जो ट्रेनिंग चोरी करने का है या पैसा नहीं देने के या फ्री में खाने के लिए कहां से मिला है? You dare to be the lobby? Bloody useless. So now you will be taught a lesson, you and the lobby. And whatever is connected with you. 10 kalpa minimum. I will insist, शनि जो है वो तुमको लाइन पे लेके आएगा ही लेके आएगा. I am not part of your soul tribe. I am not part of your soul family. कटरीना करे जो SRL, SL या जो कोई भी उसका जो माँ बाप, भाई बहन, माँ बाप, जो कुछ भी है वो उसके साथ रहे. That's not my soul family. She's on her trip with her group and set of people. These people are apparently together according to the throw and the pendulum. My company is the pendulum, the Atma that converses with me, the Shirdi Sai Baba. He has brought in now Sai Samarth also since within the last couple of days. Swear on God. He's told me also over and over again that we have to remember Sai Samarth. Sai Samarth कौन है? अकलकोट महाराज है. और उसके ऊपर जो है दत्तात्रेय. You know Dattatreya? That's the Trinity, at least for the Hindus. So he has been telling me we have to keep with Shivji, Dattatreya, Akalkot Maharaj, Sai Samarth and Shirdi Sai Baba. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. तो वो हमारा कंपनी बने. Let's ask the pendulum in case I've gone wrong. And if I've not gone wrong, then you should understand what is acceptable and where you fit. Don't push agendas where you don't fit. You understood? My pendulum says no. Okay, can I continue asking questions on the pendulum? In this pendulum session, I said I will ask you about whether I went wrong. In the Sai Prashnavali, I've been going on getting from Shirdi Sai Baba now for last, I think, quite some time. I think every once in a while he says that you may keep in touch with, or you must be like connected with Shivji and Dattatreya Bhagwan. You must worship them. He also has been saying you must do Sai Samarth all the time. So Sai Samarth is Akkalkot Maharaj. So are we supposed to keep in touch with Akkalkot Maharaj and Shirdi Sai Baba, Shivji, Dattatreya? Is that supposed to be actually the company we are supposed to keep primarily in touch with and be with? Would you say that's my soul family? From that, if I can go back to asking about Katrina, SRL, RG, are they my soul family? Anwar, are they my soul family? SL, is he my soul family? The lobby, are they my soul family? Do we go to the same home? Do you agree with me that the closest to Advait is the Atmic state? That everybody has to become once they've left their form? Do you agree that in spite of being Atmic state closer to Advait in a more clearer form or a closer way of understanding Advait, where literally there is no difference, material, education, it's all just spirit. Yet is it true that with Vishnu's rules and regulations for maintenance we get divided into minimum 14 realms? Is it true that that happens with us? Is it in different paths physically around the universe? Are we actually compartmentalized into different physical locations around the entire Brahmand? So the spirits have to congregate and enter compartments based upon, let's say, where they are aggregating to as an Atma around the Brahmand and the universe. Have I understood it properly? Other than the most popular 14 realms, there are many more which are not mentioned for the human being's evolution or lower form than the human being. Understood it properly? I have understood it properly? Okay. Okay, now you understood? Okay, so there is some. This is all politics. We are not interested. Frankly telling you, it's too filthy for my liking. Not my type at all. These people will sell ice to the Eskimos. They've got the ability to do so. Whether you want to buy that kind of ice when the whole land is filled with ice, लेकिन तुमको पैसा दे के ice लेना है, करो. It's your intellect and what you want to go with. I will not comment. Okay, Naren may be Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Who the OB is, no idea. It may not even be Naren, it may be Nirnay, for all we know. I don't know. Okay. Nirna, it could be Nirna. But I just feel that wherever this happens, it is all foul play. जो है वो है ही नहीं. There are so many people who you are trusting who are not trustworthy. There are so many shapeshifters that are not good actually for India's well-being going forward. Neither the Indians nor humanity on the whole. This lot needs to be caught or there is no hope. They are shameless. Genuinely shameless. Filthiest of the filthiest. Now, the best part over here is, if we look at this, can we say Nirnala kaun hai? Anybody you know who's Nirnala? Nirnala kaun hai? Nala से Nirnala? Nirnala kaun hai? The finance minister's name is Mrs. Nirmala, Nirmala, Mrs. Nirmala Sita Raman. Should be an educated lady. She may be strict, she may not be, but whatever she does, she'll do mostly okay. It takes practice. As a person working to do proper deeds, उसको हटा के सोल्ड सीता सोल्ड गीता कौन लेके आएगा? जिस पे तू कंट्रोल लगा सकता है और हर चीज को ऊपर नीचे तू कर सकता है. Who you'll bring in? That means in the lobby, how many people must have been removed and replicated for? Wherever the replica is picked up from is the big question. After all, you are running up the NSC, BSc based on the crap you do through this digital fuck-all network of crap. And you infuse blood money in there, stolen money over there. तुमने हमारा घर को एक एग्जाम्पल बना दिया है because you got a personal issue. He is such a bloody spineless man. Of such sewer quality and slum quality that even the slum dwellers have more ethics and a higher standing than you do. You sewer atma. तुमको अलाउ किया है not for any other reason क्योंकि इसी चीज में तो फंसता है. There are so many rules and regulations and it is not just what? It is not really wordplay. Those rules, regulations actually exist. This cheap nonsense makes no difference. हम ऐसे हमारे हाथ को लगाओ, you say me ma'am and then you bang a door shut. All that is sewer class uneducated crap. भगवान तुमको ह्यूमन बीइंग बना दिया है, तूने उसको डिमीन किया है चूतियापन करके to think you're damn bloody fucking smart. Now the thing is, the human being is a very limited form from where you are going to be taught a lesson and be brought to book is the spirit realm. the expanded form. You haven't understood it? So to show you what Advait is, so you can practice Advait as of what you have earned. All this play has happened. इसके आउटकम जो है, जैसे कमाया है, हमको तुम्हारा मर्दांगी, इंटेलिजेंस, ethics, morals, governance ability, shape shifting ability to be anything. हमको तुम्हारा क्लेवरनेस देखना है अद्वैत तरीके से, जैसे तुमने कमाया है. नर्क है तो नर्क है, पाताल है तो पाताल है, रसतल है तो रसतल है, एक कल्पा है तो एक कल्पा है, 10 कल्पा है तो 10 कल्पा है. You bloody well do the bloody clearing out of your own shits. And don't ever equate yourself with me or anything to do with me or any people who have lived their life in a decent manner, no matter where and how they were born, finished whatever is due from them, did it what appropriately, go back to an okay realm. They are a different family. You are a different lot and a different family. Don't mix it and don't contaminate clear water. Don't do it. You're very good at it. तो तुमको अब कंटेन करना पड़ेगा तेरे कमाया हुआ असली धन वाला लोका में. Okay, so I don't know what wig this is. Somebody is wearing a wig. SRL is wearing the wig. The OB is wearing the wig. Nirnala is wearing the wig. Who's wearing the wig? Or is there one lady wearing the wig for everybody? Can't be. His height is about 5'10", 5'11". She, I'm not sure. He, I'm not sure. All I know, this is, if we just take this out, नाला क्या होता है? It's just confusion at the bestest. You don't want this kind of energy, frankly. Not even working for you. Forget about deciding world economy stuff or contributing at a world level. They will only create confusion over there. You will not get good results. Greed, not worth it at all. ना लाशियो क्वालिटी जावे बड़े बड़े चीज़ों को हड़पने के लिए. I can burp a zillion times. नाला मेरा बर्थ नहीं है. तू नाले से उठाया गया माल है, वो भी पैरासाइट. और हर चीज़ जो तू जाता है वहाँ पे तू कंटामिनेट करता है. There's a big difference between the name Nirmala and Nirnala. नाला जो कुछ भी नाला है. Big difference between the two. So you got one special Midas touch, parasite, contaminating everything you come to contact with. Things that are absolute 22 carat gold platinum purity, उसको तू नाला पे लेके आता है गंदगी के साथ. तो it is not acceptable. What is this? I have no idea. Rin means having debts. Wig, who has a wig? I have no idea. Okay. Okay, not sure what the ringing is, not sure what it is. If we're looking at the public space, there is somebody called Lara. I can't remember her. Lara, I can't remember her family name, but there is somebody called Lara. So you would have to be hanging around people who are from the page 3 public life, is my guess. That's his lobby. But you know who he is? You know who you are supporting? You know how you've been played? Yeah, shapeshifted for SK at any point in time. Cheap song, Aksa Beach. तू जाएगी टपोरी के साथ, नाले के साथ. Na cheap other song, Unan Hakon. Those are your types. I don't even know why page 3 covers people. First time I got Times of India in this house. 1801 लिखा है उसने. Yesterday I got TOIK newspaper. Energy babes, that pancake is not doing it. Neither is the silicone, nor is the latex, nor is actually the transfusion of the red and the white blood corpuscles, or then even stem replacement or genealogy. Energy is Atma, and Atma overrides everything. You earn it, you go to an okay realm, you come from an okay realm, you will be okay no matter what. Irrespective where you are born, what form you are born, what economic, socio-economic group you fit in, you will always be shining. If you notice Akkalkot Maharaj, you know what he wears? A cloth around his waist, that's it. Covering primarily, let's just say, his private parts. For most part, you will see he's, Ramana Maharishi. You know all the sadhu sons who go away into the Himalayas, how they subsist on what? They are the kings. Do they ever say they are the kings? No, they don't. It is God given to them. It is respect, love, and they are very highly respectable. लेकिन तू क्या करता है ऐसे लोगों के बारे? तू क्या सोचता है? So anyway, there is a big difference in all our understanding. We must continue according to what we think is okay for us, but you've to crossed all lines of decency. Decider for the world. So since you went out of your way to pick bones with things that actually don't concern you at all, my decision is to put you in your place. Now with every right, well earned, documented in our scriptures, executed in the past as examples, transgressed by you in this birth, I plan to bring you to book from the spirit realm according to the spirit laws and how you lived it and how I lived it. Now what is the sin? I don't know. Obi, Rin, Sin, Lara, Wag, maybe. If there is even little hypocrisy, by the way, of you talking about economic development, yet when there is somebody doing any job, then saying any job, there is no shame in any job. You have not given due respect to the way the country actually built itself. That means every job monetized. You don't have the ethics and the morals to tell the truth about the job you bloody fucking do. You create a mess in the employer's home so you can get a leg up on the back of created issues created by you with no real substance to it, except contaminating everything you touch in the name of doing good. Every small act of yours is going to be cut incisively with a needle. That in नस नस में जो है तुम्हारे आत्मिक रूप, वो नीडल जो है नस नस को सेपरेट करके कोर ऑफ द इशू तक जाके तुमको तुम्हारा जो कमाया हुआ कर्ज का धन है भरपूर तरीके से हर लेवल पे तुमको बुक किया गया है. It is already in the Akashic records. All right? Don't play sounds from my body. If I want to ring a bell, it's my problem, none of your bloody business. तुम नौकर है तो नौकर बन के काम करो, नहीं करना है तो निकलो चोर बनो. चोरी और झूठ बोलना तो वो पैरासिटिक सेप्टिक पैरासाइट को आता है, तो वहाँ जहाँ ज्वाइन करो. एनी विच वेज हमारे घर पे तुम जैसे नौकरों के लिए टाइम और फ्रैंकली जगह नहीं है. हमारा जो घर है वो बदबू नहीं बनना चाहिए क्योंकि तू आया है, क्लीनिंग तो करता है गंदे कपड़े के साथ या पर्पसली फेरोमोन छोड़ता है कोना कोना में बदबू आए. तो ऐसे जो कमाई करते हैं हराम खोर बन के, ऐसे लोगों के लिए टाइम नहीं है. डोंट प्ले बेल्स फ्रॉम अंडर माई हैंड्स. इफ आई वॉन्ट्स टू रन माई होम विथ अ बेल, दैट्स माई प्रॉब्लम. एज अ एम्प्लॉई you can choose to work or choose not to work. Anyway, that day is coming when you are going to beg for a parasite's form, but you will not get it. You understood? When on one hand you can't have the ethics to tell the truth about what work somebody is doing, you lie, and on the back of it you get rich. You build a freaking lobby which is highly illiterate to even do the job of being a lobby. The only way you got ahead in life is foul play. You don't become actually the appropriate authority to decide. Since I have the ability to tolerate you, I'm not drowning in my ego. I'm going to go to the afterlife. I'm guided to stay with a particular energy time and time again. My life has been extended 20 years for a particular outcome to be got. I plan to ensure that when we have started on a journey for a particular goal and an outcome, it is meant to be met to the nth degree. You understood? There is no bigger man in my life than my own father without shape-shifting. तूने उसको क्या किया? It is my father that decided how I should grow. तुमने क्या किया? It's my father who put and bought things in my name when I was 4, 6, 10. तुमने उसका क्या किया? गटर का पैदाश. My dad bought Suman Apartments, Tulsiani Chambers in Varsha and my name, or then my name everywhere, Varsha and me in the office, Tulsiani Chambers. तुमने उसका क्या किया? Shares in my name joined with him, Varsha's name joined with him individually, all in the 70s. What the fuck did you do with it? My dad brought me up his way. Who the fuck are you in comparison? Other than stealing and lying about us, what did you contribute? that you dare to push an agenda on the back of a man. How dare you, you bloody hijra. Absolute unethical, spit-worthy rubbish. Don't even try it. Because I am going to put you in your place now in time to come. For every crap that you have given with, there is an honest answer for it with no foul play. You're going to be booked on the back of it. Make sure you don't forget it. Couldn't give a rat's ass. It's already too late. Okay, so don't know what that is. Lo ob sin rin wag war. Wag is a dog, war is war, raw is raw, sin is sin, rin is rin. Lo ob is who? Don't know. By the way, you removed my chocolate cyst when I came back from Australia. I was supposed to come out, that video is for about 45 minutes, not more than that, or 30 minutes or 20 minutes, don't know, in removal of this chocolate cyst. My mum says she was waiting out for much longer. My return to my room happened much later and she was very worried. What was the reason for it? That was 2001. What did you do on the back of it? So if by free will, if you ever did any red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, don't know. What I know is that even as a 7-year-old, me, JAYA.ADVANI, with broken teeth, milk teeth still falling off, wearing a crocheted, was it crocheted or was it a smock? Not crochet, it was a smock. Red and white small checks frock with straps on it, no fluffy balls on my hands. Given Bombay's heat, my father got Varsha and me to grow up like little boys with short haircut. The dress I wore on that hot day happened to be a red and white checked smock dress, probably given to me by Kailash auntie, because she used to go to Kodaikanal because her kids were in the Kodi International School. So she used to pick up a lot of tablecloths from a particular shop, which is like Cottage Industries. So she used to pick up a lot of stuff which were like, those tablecloths, napkins, dresses. So I've seen even Kodaikanal school has sometimes that kind of stuff sold. But I know there is a shop which is in Kodaikanal, and the Kodai cheese is different. That is different. This is a shop which sells the stuff that I just said. So it is possible she gifted me that dress because it was cotton and it was small little checks, and it had smock work done on it with some embroidery, and it had a straps on each side. My mom must have put me into that. Between Varsha and me, when we have gone to get the yellow fever inoculation for the preparation of travelling on the Chidambaram ship from Chennai as an Advani family holiday in, I don't know whether it was 80 or 81. between 80 and 81, when I got my inoculation, I fainted then and there. I could not take it. Same way, Varsha got her inoculation, she was okay. Take that time to 84, I got typhoid and it's relapsed twice, but I was also treated for iron deficiency and given a 1.5 month or a 3 month course. It was, some things had to be taken for a longer time, some things had to be taken for a shorter while. Other than having the liver treated in jaundice, live 52, which was given to me, but other than that, I was also given zinc, iron, folic acid, and it was in a phased manner between 1 to 3 months. I had to keep taking it, along with whatever was required for getting rid of the typhoid or whatever it was that was meant to fortify things. Did I have blood transfusion during that time? Did I have glucose given to me? Glucose was given to me at Ooty when I had jaundice the following year. That was 85. Then the next round of the hospital was 2001 for removal of the chocolate cyst. Then last was 2002 for the abortion, and because I was very sick for 5 days in Malia hospital. So those were the times I've gone to hospital. The foul play happened when? You need to figure it out. But I was anemic always. So even as when my parents were together and when I was at Fort Jaswell to get the yellow hay inoculation, it's called anti-yellow hay fever inoculation. Both Varsha and I were taken to the government hospital and given the shot. Between her and me, I'm the one who fainted, not Varsha. What did you do on the back of it? You need to confess. Because if you don't confess over here, what's going to happen? Only fools take bad karma with them into the afterlife. The wise finish it here and now and free themselves up. You are very smart people, so I'm sure I don't need to explain it to you. तुम चॉइस लो, डिसीजन लो, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तुमको उठाना है. वहाँ पे देर इज़ नो लीवे. एंटी फ्रॉम इंडिया, एंटी फ्रॉम अमेरिका, एंटी फ्रॉम यूरोप, आई डोंट केयर. द रूल्स आर द सेम फॉर एवरीबॉडी. हमको इम्यूनिटी, तुम इम्यूनिटी कहाँ की देगी? What is immunity? You come here and talk to me face to face. I don't know how to understand the word gawar. Gawar is a vegetable also. So people eat gawar as a vegetable. Then gawar is supposed to be a Hindi word for... There is a terminology they use where the word gawar is used primarily calling someone kind of uneducated, if that's what it means. Don't know what they say. They say something about gawar. Tu gawar hai. Something, there is some phrase, okay, which I'm not getting for the moment. I've said it before, but now I'm not getting it. Something about gawar. Then there is the word, I think guar is the vegetable. Guar is the vegetable. And gawar is gawar. And gawa is to give witness of. RG Gawa Sin Rin Lo Obi. Okay, so whatever it is, there is some sin connected with RG. I don't know what it is, but maybe it is got to do with some girl called Ava also. Not sure. Ava Bai Petit is a school where Soma Bhavna Sahu went to. So that's a very good school. That name is over here. Ava Bai Petit. So there is some kind of a overlap of something. I don't know whether it is low sun or low ron. I'm not sure whether this even comes into play or not. Ava Bai is the school, Ava Bai Petit. So Ava Bai Petit, as I said, the Sahus went. I don't know. Their friend used to be that Twinkle Khanna and her sister. They used to know each other. So I don't know. This is something connected with that. That something went wrong. Not sure. Okay, but there is somebody who's been the witness of things. Is it the long sun or Ron, or is it Ron? I don't know whether this is SRL is tall, 5'10", 5, yeah, around 5'10". So did he have some connection with somebody, you know, why? Because I'll tell you what it is. Nikhil Advani at some point in time stopped staying in our home at the Advani household because there was a kind of an altercation between his father and my father. His father wanted my father to sell the Suman Towers property because he had left his job, and he wanted my dad to sell it and give him half for his sustenance. My father said, "You've already been given," there was a big letter that had gone out. So my father said that you've been given already, half the money has been given for Sea Lord at Cuff Parade. So this is an investment, we can't just sell it. So it became a very big thing. Kailash Aunty also got involved. It became a letter for everybody. And then okay, it got sorted out, and Kailash Aunty and my dad started sending money every month till the time Ramesh Chacha feels settled after 2 years. Kailash Aunty and my dad were contributing so that they are more comfortable here in Cunningham Road at Hoysala Apartments. So anyway, Nikhil stopped staying with us, and that's okay. He started staying with Sumer Sahu. Sumer Sahu's grandfather was big in the film industry. They did Satte Pe Satta and all of that. Okay? And his father's father also was big in the film industry. When it is this timeline, when Nikhil used to stay at Carter Road in Amrit building, that SRK and Gauri, newly married couple, working in circus and Fauji, not a known name but known enough, were also staying in rent in Amrit. So this is the time when Nikki says, hey, and he's very fond of Soma Bhavna, who have studied here in Ava Bai Petit. That's how I even know about Ava Bai Petit, because at that time I have never travelled beyond Worli. We don't know anything beyond Worli. Everything ends at NSCI Club. Nothing, I didn't even know there's a sea at Worli Sea Face, to tell you quite frankly, swear on God. Till I didn't work with Times of India, I didn't know that that thing even existed. As a matter of fact, that there is a promenade that you can walk at Worli, I didn't know that also. simply because my father used to take the internal road in case we were going to the suburban area. So we never ever actually went through the shortcut. It is when I joined Rachna Sansad, after coming back from Australia, that someone showed me there is a shortcut method of going to Rachna Sansad without going into the internal road to reach Prabhadevi. So cab once when I was very late, he would have taken this road via the sea face. And that's when I would have said, hey, 1 minute, here to there is the same promenade. But we didn't know this before. We only know Marine Drive. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, this is the time when Nikhil used to say, hey, that actor called Shah Rukh Khan, I said hi to him. He was he was in the compound, and so Sumer said hi, we also said hi, I also said hi. But he used to be crazy about his cousins Soma and Bhavna. Soma, Bhavna, Sahu went on to walk the ramp. Bhavna moved to Bahrain. Soma had cancer, then she passed away. She had one daughter. Did any of these guys shapeshift for Gauri Khan? Because they're really nice people actually on their own. So was there a problem with any of them? Though both girls are very tall, they are not short. They're minimum 5. I think they're 5'5", 5'6". They're tall girls. So maybe he liked one of them. It's possible. These girls used to walk the ramp. His connect, I understand, are people connected with the entertainment industry and the ramp. You call me ugly, I'm happy to be ugly, but you're a bloody fucking illiterate, blind, fucked bat. Motherfucker, for fucking 5 months, what the fuck were you doing? Chutia, it took 3 fucking years for me to meet you. What? You belong to a crappy group network who wants to insult somebody, so you'll push it that long to create stops in another person's life? You call that educated? You call that insane? You call that ugly? You're atmic ugly. You spent 5 months getting to know me, you bastard. Then suddenly we became ugly on what back? You're blind during the time you were going out with me for 5 months? Prior to that, three fucking years, what you were chasing tail for? Via Malu, via Varsha, via Simal, via Nikhil Advani. Nikhil Advani's called me from Singapore saying he really likes you and wants you to get married to him. When we're still thinking, when you have asked me to get married to you, you bastard, at Samarkand, what is it that I told you? I want time to think. Ugly to August shit too hai, like a blob of poop. Garbage Atma. Okay, Quadri knows what this is. SRL long ran Awa by. My freaking face you have done to my chin. One though, my body's DNA is with somebody fucking in Europe. That bloody bastard is forever changing things in my body. I can hear that fucking keyboard. Tuck, 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 tuck. Shit, shit, shit. First and foremost, that fucking stuff that you've handed over to somebody else, that also while shapeshifting as my father in my home, that itself is a big sin. You bloody cheap shit. Fuck you. So spoiling my face loser augurs do, because they can't earn it. So what they can't earn, they got a Midas touch. मानचुतिए डे 1 से गलत कर्म करेंगे, फिर और भी गलत करके खुद के पहले के जो गलत कर्म है उस पर want to cover it, put a lid on it. So every lid put by you, is going to be now dealt with from the spirit realm. That is why it is minimum 1 to 10 kalpas. Undoing all the shit connected with you. It's like a sewerage, atomic sewerage. I don't care. Whenever I do something, I tolerate something, never take it lightly. It's because there's an outcome pre-decided. I am very goal-oriented. Expedited, shortest manner possible for the longest outcomes ever. Most lazy of the laziest. But honest enough to ensure कि जो हमको लाइन पे लगाना है वो होके ही रहेगा हमारे तरीके से. No foul play involved. None whatsoever. SRL Long Ann, who was Rava's Bai. Which means something who are Maharashtrians. They are not who they say they are. By birth and DNA by birth is Maharashtrian. Ravi's name is actually RAVI. That means this could be somebody who shapeshifted for the real Ravi Hundalani. The real Ravi Hundalani used to get scared of his chacha, Jamnu. You think he's doing all black magic. He's like, sociopath, how do you say? Psychotic. Literally like a very scared kind of a human being. And he seems Sindhi. That boy went to study in Rochester after his 12th standard. Did he ever return? His spelling name is RAVI, not RAWI. Yeah, so the Maharashtrians call their wives Baiko. Bai means woman, lady, that kind of thing. That's what it means. So when you have Rani, which means queen, Lakshmi, which means the name Lakshmi, Bai is the way of calling her the lady. There was a queen called Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, so anyway, there was a hidden liaison between these people. Most of them are bloody shapeshifters. They're proxies for people who don't live here, live abroad, have a double life happening. Whoever was managing the show, 10 kalpas minimum, it's over for you. नट तुम्हारे लिए ठहरा हुआ है. तुमने इतना मैस लोगों के लाइफ में क्रिएट किया है. इनोसेंट पीपल You played them, you played other people. The only one who wanted to win was you. You've had it. Varsha is not involved in all of this. We can ask the pendulum. At least not my DNA related sister, hopefully. If she is, I don't want to know her. कटरीना करे, हाँ वो करे, वो मेरी बहन नहीं है. जो गटर के पैदाइश है, जो ऐसे गटर के काम करे, you are not my relative. Okay? You give it the gata atmas you are part and parcel friendly with. Don't cross lines with me. Are you with me? I want to ask you about my DNA related sister who was born from Kani and Anu. Kani Advani and Anita Sadrangani. Those are my parents. Do I have a sister who was born with the same DNA of Kani Advani and Anita Sadrangani? She's involved in this proxy business. She did it on purpose. But isn't that really bad karma? She is DNA related to me from both the mother and the father. The journey of hers going forward is a good one. When she leaves the body and goes to Atma, does she go to a good journey? My DNA related sister, both from mother and father, does she go to an okay place? Yet you say that my partnership is with a boy who she knows. What is it? It is some karmic debt from my end that has to be paid off. You're saying to expedite the karmic debt and to pay it off and to move on? That's what you're saying? So you're saying my journey going forward is a tough one? Yet you are saying pay it off? What happens on the back of it? These people get netted into terrible realms in the future. It lasts what, 1 to 10 kalpas? Isn't there any way Shirdi Sai Baba can kind of expedite it in a way? Finish it off really quickly? The boy is SRL? Going forward. This boy who you are talking about, he works in a management position? he shapeshifts for people in a management position? Is he connected with Elon Musk's camp in any way? Yet it goes to Norway? Is it Vinod Mirchandani, who's actually like a brother to me? Is it Abby, Abhay, Uday? Anything to do with them? This guy is an anti-god? Does he indulge in like satanic kind of stuff or sadistic kind of stuff? So why do you, but you say it's a Rin and a rogue. So which means you say it's an Atmic debt. This person and I have been in a life in earlier lifetimes. Is there something, some kind of a give and take we've done in previous lifetimes, the boy? Is he the boy who was not very well off in a previous birth, which was shown to me in New Zealand? And there was one daughter, and somehow he's a good husband, but we're very bored in that marriage. That's what was shown to me in New Zealand. Is this that boy? His name was Joshua over there. The baby's name was Ivana. So this is a Rin that needs to be paid off over there. So tell me one thing, is this going to be a problematic setup? You say it's going to be a problematic setup. This boy is still Varsha's friend? Varsha and I have some Rin? When this boy exits, whenever I exit, this boy's journey is back to a good realm? Varsha controls him in some way? So primarily Varsha will be trying to insult me through him? She tried it with SRL too. However, she worked, maybe these guys are chipped in the brain. So she works their brain signals. This is why they change 100 times in a day, but you don't know how to handle them. That is because the brain signal is in somebody else's hands. That's the reason. Okay, so I'm going to close this reading over here. It is already 1:40. Luckily I wasn't feeling hungry, so I managed to do this long. Anyway, I think this session has been, you know what it is about war? Once you know what the source of the war is, it makes it 99 and you have knowledge how to deal with it. 99% of the war is won. Since we know who our well-wishers are and who our well-wishers are not, we understand how this works. I guess we then know how to deal with it, ensuring that it is won the appropriate way. And those who have to meet their fate going forward meets that fate very appropriately. I don't know who the boy is. All I know that when it comes to me, the purpose is always very long term. When we go to war, the truth of the matter is to win the war in an appropriate manner. I don't think soldiers actually then come out unscathed. This itself should actually tell you, without me actually harming myself. I would never harm myself. This has happened almost immediately on its own. And yet I'm a right-handed person. Varsha is a left-handed person. So that who could go away abroad and not let me know what she's done. Obviously has her own agenda. I think we should show everyone what it is. So when things like this happen, but we are primarily right-handed, then I think our friends, well-wishers, enemies are well documented. But let's see it reach its conclusion. Ankur Patodia, the fat lady, and things being over, at an atmic level, never cease to be over. Considering you are a Patodia and the other one is Dhanvan Sangvi, these basic things though you should know. What is true ending and what is a true beginning, ये तुम लोग समझोगे आगे जाके. No, I'm not joking. I don't have time for... You know as a lobby what you have supported. You also know what your reasoning to yourself is. You also know what exactly happened in the shadows. How you justified it to yourself, only you know. That's what he says to me. अंकुर पटोडिया क्या करता है, हमारा फोटोज़ निकालता है black and white when I have come back from Australia. That's facing one person and switching identity in some way. He's the same person who talks about 6 lookalikes around the world for one person. He's also that who says it ain't over till the fat lady sings. You may be somebody, but there is always somebody above you who decides your fate. ऐसे बात करता है तो GTN टेक्सटाइल्स का बेटा, विनोद पटोडिया का बेटा. But for 5 years with Priya, Rajat Kapoor's cousin, he's neurotic, is suffering from depression and manic depression, being treated also from London for it. Yet finally gets married to Swati and everything is okay. तो इसको न्यूरोटिक कौन बनाया? Like it is walking on eggshells. Takes me all the way in his new Mercedes, takes me beyond we're coming to that Chembur, Vembur, or we've gone beyond Chembur, we're coming to that toll naka. To go to Lonavala, he says, I'll teach you what pain is. And he says, something, I'm leaving you in Lonavala full night. And then I say, no, I want to get down, turn the car back, and I want to go back home. What does he do? He says, jump out of the car. We're going out. It is going at what speed on the expressway? And that's his quality. Well, now he must be a father. He must be well settled. अभी तुमको लड़की तो इसके लिए ढूंढना नहीं है. डांस ड्रामा करता है, दूसरे के लाइफ को खराब करता है, like monkeys on a string, supporting all the ill activities. You are part of the lobby. So anyway, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Ankur Patodia, the fat lady will sing when you go back home. You and your lobby. Don't ever forget it. You know what? You have to choose your friends, and then you must always be loyal to your chosen friends. You were Varsha's friend before you were my friend. You got introduced to me by Varsha. You are Abhay Agarwal and Uday Agarwal's friend. Abhay Agarwal, Uday Agarwal, Kosh, they're all Varsha's friends. Kabir Gupta and Koshi Gupta and Subhash Gupta are more in favor for Varsha. So when you made a lobby amongst the people you are, then you mustn't be the sewer, not knowing which side to be at. You chose a side, you stick with it. You got your journey, I got mine. We come alone, we go alone was established by Krishna. When he exited from here, he was alone. What had to be destroyed was destroyed for that time. His entire Yadava clan had to go, it went. So we come with our contracts from before. I just want Ankur Patodia to remember one thing: it ain't over till the fat lady sings. It's over when you go home. Depends where your home is. That's why I'm so particular. And I'm number 19, 1 and 9. Double measure of the sun and double measure of Mars. Varsha is 4 and 9. 2 loves playing with people's minds. But hai to Rahu. And magnified by number 9. Yes, Aarti Nantur also had that problem. Shilpa also has that problem. Best is their mother called Anita. She's born in 46 or 47. So you do whatever foul play you people want to do, you do. I'm not joining you. Neither here nor there. लेकिन फैट लेडी वहीं पे गाएगी जहाँ पे तुम्हारा कमाया हुआ घर है, आत्मिक रूप से. You understood?